Hello everyone. It's James again with another video regarding the truth of why men are afraid to get married. But before we talk about that, I want to say this video is being brought to you today by MyLikes.com. MyLikes is a place where young and up-and-coming video makers can make money from their videos, in which they can take the money earned and put it right back into their video production so they can make more and better videos. No special credentials required. Just be creative and make great videos. It's always tough for the new video maker to make the extra money needed to further their online talents and goals. And MyLikes helps to make this possible for the young and hungry video maker to do just that. If you don't want to keep the money earned, that's no problem. You can donate the money earned to one of the charities MyLikes has listed. It's strictly up to you, so what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description box below and get started now. It's that easy. Now back to the topic at hand, the truth of why men are nowadays afraid to get married. Men are afraid to get married because they know the minute they get married they have zero control over their money, the decisions made in the home, and if they get left they still have no control over their own lives, and have to pay another person virtually until they are 6 feet under all the money they have. You see, abuse is about power. And who has the power? And who is using this power to hurt and abuse another individual? This is something that women say over and over. And guess what? They are right. However, they aren't willing to look at who has the power when and are doing the abusing in marriages. You see, a very small percent of women out there started this lie that all men are monsters. All men are rapists. All men have no way to connect with their emotions. Men are less loving than women. Men aren't as good of parents as women. And that men hold all of the power, thus women are the only ones capable of being abused. Then what this small percentage of women did was get a hold of the women that weren't buying into these lies and propaganda, and bullied them, and name-called them into submission. They name-called these women into giving up their loving homes, husband and children, all in the name of freedom. You see, as I have stated before, shaming, blaming, and name-calling are very powerful tools. And this small percent did not just use these tools on men but on women as well. They knew that if they kept hounding these women with the false notion that they were losers if they didn't mistreat their husbands and put them in their place, that they were losers if they didn't keep the company of other men while in a serious relationship or married. Because hey, you can't let some man control you, right? And they would pump this lie that if a man stood up and objected to another man hanging around his wife, he was controlling. Not that he was just protecting his home and relationship because he loves his wife. You see, this small percentage of women that were doing this knew the best way to brainwash someone is to abuse them mentally, put them down, erode their self-esteem, and then they could twist them to do anything they wanted. Now you have men watching other men getting married only to get cheated on. Because hey, society tells you that your wife is entitled to hang out with other men for drinks, shopping and movies, because they are just friends. And you as a man that objects to this is insecure and a little boy. The men of today know the minute they sign those papers they have no control. And all control of their life and finances goes into the hands of the wife with no check and balance along the way. And any situation without a check or balance is called a rulership or dictatorship. You take your pick. Now what happens is, even when you by all accounts have married a good woman, she will lose respect for you once the papers are signed. Because women deep down inside aren't designed to be around a man that isn't masculine and that lets others rule all over him. And she knows that when the papers are signed, he has no more control and his manhood is gone. Now, personally speaking, I believe deeply in the sanctity of marriage and all that it comes with. And I believe that we need more of good marriages in our world so we might produce better children for our future. However, today's marriage is nothing but a money-making scam of an abomination. You see, men would like nothing more than to have a loving companion they can enjoy their life with. Someone that is loyal and loving. But when the scam element is tied to marriage, it's tough to find this. And when marriage constitutes a man giving up his rights, even the best of women might start abusing the situation because women know that deep down inside they enjoy to be around a masculine male that is take charge and can protect his house, And when a man gets married he loses that part instantly. Which means the woman loses the desire for her husband because he handed over his masculinity to her. Which is unnatural. This is why you hear, "Man James, things change when you get married." Just be prepared. What changes is willfully signing a slavery contract, not a marriage contract. And your wife is your new master you have chose. Which is why you see men opting out of marriage at an alarming rate. Because who the heck wants to sign a slavery contract? You see, a woman can have a male friend, and what can the husband say or do about it? She can just leave and make him pay through the nose for the rest of his life. She can cheat on him with 20 guys, and what can her husband do about it? She will still get the kids and make him pay all his money until he's 6 feet under. She can beat him and physically abuse him. And what can he do about it? He is her slave. Remember what I said. Abuse is about who has the power and control over another. And the minute a man signs those papers, she now has the right to beat you, cheat on you, and abuse you any way she sees fit. And in the end make you pay her money to do so. No one shows the shell of a man crying in the courtroom just so he can see his children. No one shows the man living in the studio apartment, while the wife gets all the money to keep the house and to have as many men as she wants stay there and sleep in the bed he bought. No one shows the man begging to see his children, only to have the children left with grandma by the wife so she can go to the nightclub with her girlfriends for a night of drinking and bad behavior. Divorce stats show that a man has more than a 50% chance of having this be his fate. And if you were a man, would you take this chance with your life? I mean, this is literally taking a chance with one's life. Because many of men die of heart attacks and strokes in the middle of all of this madness. Then all men hear from women is, men are not emotional and loving as us women. That's why they don't want to get married. They are just afraid of commitment. Yup, that's it. They just don't want to commit. This is the lie that has been pulled over your eyes for far too long. And it's my duty to speak out and tell you the truth. Today's marriage contract is a contract of slavery. It has nothing to do with love or care, or raising a healthy, happy family. It's about obtaining a willing slave to sign on for abuse, torture and mistreatment, and to make them pay for the slavery they sign up for. You know, I know everyone has their own beliefs, and it is what it is. But I have to say, since I do believe in God, this is not what marriage is supposed to be about. Hurt, pain, and abusing another. Today's money-making marriage is an abomination that is producing narcissistic children that have no conscience about abusing others. There is no love left in marriages today, and men are starting to wake up and don't want to have anything to do with the evil that marriage has become. The evil of putting another human being into slavery and the destruction of the minds of innocent children. So James, how do we fix this problem? Get rid of the ability to make money off of marriages. Abolish the slavery of alimony. Make women 50% responsible for any and every child they produce. And good men and women need to stop being afraid of being shamed and bullied by the small tiny percent out there that tell you need to give up your happy homes. You see, when you put a check and balance into the marriage, women will think twice about mistreating her husband. She will think twice about cheating. She will think twice about thinking the grass is greener on the other side. And you will start to see good men and women making marriage what it was supposed to be about. Love and raising a loving family. But as long as you have the money scam element involved in marriage, it will continue to be an abomination and a vile contract to sign that adds up to nothing but slavery for the man. And how can even a good woman respect a man that signs a slavery contract with her as the owner? It's time we start educating ourselves about such things, people. And wake everyone around you up. Like I always say, knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can take our lives back and have happy families once again. Until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.